Okay, so this is the last topic on our sessions for today, and it's about the sum and product of the roots, which is somehow related to the discriminant and the nature of the roots. So with that, let's proceed. So later, you'll be able to identify the sum and product of the roots without actually knowing the roots. So with this, let's answer this. Negative 1 minus 1 is negative 2. Negative 1 times negative 1 is positive 1. Negative 1 times negative 1 plus 6 is 5. And negative 1 times 6 is negative 6. Negative 3 times negative 1 half is negative 7 over 2. And negative 3 times negative 1 half is 3 over 2. So what is the use of this? Let's continue. The roots of x squared plus 5x plus 6 is negative 2 and negative 3. Now, what if we do not have these two roots? We didn't solve for this. We didn't go through this stuff here. Would it be possible for us to identify the sum and product of the roots without knowing the roots exactly? So, let's do this. We'll have here the standard form of the quadratic equation, which is ax squared plus bx plus c. And the roots of the standard form of the quadratic equation is the quadratic formula. Negative b plus minus b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Let's get the sum of these two roots. So we'll have first this. Let's just separate the plus and the minus. We'll add this. This one will be equal to 0. Because parang plus a, positive a minus a is 0. This one looks like that. And then negative b minus b is negative 2b all over 2a. Ito na lang po ang pinerform natin. Negative b minus b is negative 2b all over 2a. Then, simplify this. You can divide negative 2 and the sum of the roots is negative b over a. Next, how to get the product of the roots? So again, we'll multiply these two roots. By multiplying that, in the numerator, we can perform by multiplying the first and the last terms. Because if you will use FOIL method, the O and the I will be equal to 0. So we'll just multiply the first and the last term. Negative b times negative b is positive b squared. This one multiplied to this one is positive times negative is negative, and square root of b squared minus 4ac times square root of b squared minus 4ac is the square of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a times 2a is 4a squared. The next, this will be cancelled out, and then you'll multiply negative here and there. That's why we'll have this. B squared, negative times b squared is negative b squared. Negative times positive, negative 4ac is positive 4ac. Then b squared minus b squared is 0, leaving us with 4ac all over 4a squared. Then, we can cancel 4a. Nung na-divide yan, naiwan ng a dito. A squared divided by a is a. And the product of the roots is c over a. That can be expressed as x sub 1 times x sub 2, or the product of the roots is equal to c over a. So with the use of these two formulas, we can identify the sum of the roots even without knowing the roots by the use of the value of a, b, and c. Example number 1. X squared plus 5x plus 4 equals 0. Identify the value of a, b, and c, and that's 1, 5, and 4. Let's get the sum of the roots with the use of negative b over a. So negative 5 divided by 1, x sub 1 plus the sum of the roots is negative 5. And then x sub 1 times x sub 2 or equals c over a. C is 4, a is 1, 4 divided by 1, the product of the roots is 4. Another example, 2x squared minus 5x plus 3 equals 0. The value of a, b, and c is 2, negative 5, and 3 respectively. Get the sum of the roots by using negative b over a. Substitute negative times the value of p, which is negative 5 all over 2. And the sum of the roots is 5 over 2 because negative times negative is positive. Let's get the product of the roots by using c over a. And c is 3 and a is 2. This cannot be simplified. That's why the product of the roots is equal to 3 over 2. Now we can now complete this, right? Let's identify the value of a, b, and c. 1, 5, negative 14. The sum of the roots, negative 5, negative 14. Applying negative b over a here. And c over a on the product of the roots. Here, value of a, b, and c, 1, negative 6, and 9. Sum of the roots, negative b over a, 6. Product of the roots, c over a, 9. Lastly, we have 3, negative 3, 2. Sum of the roots, 1. Product of the roots, 2/3. Now, another example is, how about if the sum and product of the roots is given? What do you think is the quadratic equation? All you have to do is to follow this formula. X squared minus sum of the roots x plus product of the roots equals 0. Just simply substitute. X squared minus, what is the sum of the roots? It's negative 8. Substitute. Followed by x. And what is the product of the roots? That's 9. Substitute also. To simplify, remove the parentheses by multiplying. Negative 8 times negative is positive. So the quadratic equation is x squared plus 8x plus 9 equals 0. And last example, the sum of the roots is 11 and the product of the roots is negative 2. What is the quadratic equation? Again, follow this formula. X squared minus sum of the roots is 11 with x, and then product of the roots is negative 2. This should be negative 2, a typographical error, equals 0. Okay. Hope you have learned something from this, and I hope you had fun during our first session. Thank you. See you next time.